Bill says, I don't have the money. He said, would you and Conrad be interested in helping me buy the house? We got to come up with some money. And she sold it to us on contract. And so we each came up, I don't remember, it was $1,500, $2,500 each. And we bought the apartment from Bill's mother. And that started our apartment ownership and much closer friendship even than before. Because we then held that for, I don't know, 2-3 years. And it was going to need some major work because it had one of those old octopuses in the basement for a furnace. And it was going to have some sort of replacement. And we didn't know what to do, and we didn't want to spend the money. So we decided to sell it.
It became a very, very, very good deal for us. We were able to take that and leverage it into about 5 pieces of property from that.
And that's when we started BHP, Bankson, Husemoen, and Putaansuu. And we had the charges down at the Searings, and everybody knew us long before BHP came to Kelso. But we wound up buying 2 3-plexes and a duplex in Kelso. And later another opportunity came along to buy 2 4-plexes, so we bought those. So we wound up having the 5 buildings, 16 units. And Conrad was too cheap. Don't show this to him. But too cheap to hire anything done. So we wound up doing all the work ourselves. And of course, Bill was able to work himself out of ever having to paint again by the first time he had a paintbrush in his hand.
He was a damn messy painter. No doubt about it. I think there was as much paint hit the floor and everything else as hit the walls or the side of the building that we were on, whatever it was.
He made the most god-awful mess. He had paint everywhere except where it was supposed to be. And after that, he joked as if he did it on purpose, but I think it was his natural inability to paint that caused it. But we never let him paint again. And he was all delighted with that, but he wound up being our electrician. He did all the wiring and everything that we needed on that. So we had a great, division of talents. And he helped in construction and tear out and removal of water tanks. So we probably changed 10 water tanks over the years.
He really had it down on hot water tanks, and he was very good at testing for that.
Conrad became our plumber, and I was the carpenter. They were great helpers. But we probably rebuilt 4 or 5 bathrooms, did some re-roofing, drank lots of cheap beer on those hot days.
He was one who was going to take and replumb 8th and Cowlitz Way. And that was the first time we dealt with plastic pipe. So he said, well, it's all done. And he had put in a shut-off valve inside the foundation wall. He said, okay, you stand over there and see if it's okay. And he turned it on, and he had a connection that wasn't glued at all, and it blew apart and just hit me perfectly. And of course that was funny, and I told him what to do with that idea.
We'd have a monthly dinner at everybody's house. The home at which the dinner was being served would have to cook the entree. One person would have to come and bring a salad, and one would bring dessert, and the guys would have to choose the wine that went with the dinner. And so we did that for, oh man, like I said, for probably 20 years, a monthly dinner. And we carried on with the group from the monthly dinner and let Alan Howard join in the last 6-7 years, and then Marietta joined us, but we wound up having the same group together. In fact, tonight, December 27th, 2004, we're going over to Alan Howard's home for the continuation of the monthly dinner to celebrate Michael's birthday. And I think Marietta's still invited, Conrad's coming, and Alan Howard, but that all started with the monthly dinner of the Banksons, Husemoens, and Putaansuus.